Welcome to SEAS, the Society to Educate American Sailors in Monmouth County. Today we're going to talk about the basic functions of the safety boat. This video is dedicated to Jerry Grennan, a past Commodore. During the season, the safety boat is stored in the Marina Bay Marina in Long Branch, Dock B, Slip 11. To find Dock B, look for the light tower. The slip is 6 boats down on the right-hand side. Our hope for this video is to encourage members of SEAS to want to take the safety boat out on a small boat sail or basic sail. This video is not intended to show you every aspect of the boat, but just to show you the basics in safety and towing. Undocking the boat should be done in steps. First, find the line that centers the bow of the boat. Pull up the line until you see a ring. The purpose of this rigging is to keep the boat centered in high and low tides. Simply disconnect the eye hook and toss it in the water. Now you're ready to board the boat. The line you see on the right-hand side is a line you pull towards you from the dock towards the ladder so you can board the boat. When you board the boat, you may hear the water pump turn on. That's normal. There are no drain plugs to secure. The very next thing you should do is to see how much fuel you have in the tank. The fill cap has a gauge that tells you how much fuel is in the tank. However, it's best to always open the cap and visually look in to see how much fuel you actually have. Tightly secure the gas cap and turn the red valve in the direction of open. Next, take the gas line and connect it to the engine. The connection is on the port side of the engine. The gas line only goes on one way, so you can't make a mistake, and you'll hear a distinct click when it goes on properly. Once the gas line is attached, there are no valves to turn on. When starting a cold engine for the first time, you have to squeeze the primer bulb several times until you feel pressure in the line. You'll know you did it properly when the bulb is difficult to squeeze. You'll notice the engine is stored with the prop out of the water. You will have to lower the prop in 2 steps. First, pull up on the top of the engine. Release the bracket that's holding the engine up. Then lower the engine down into the water. This procedure is a little tricky. You could always get someone to help you. Now you're ready to start the engine. It's always best to warm up the engine before you release the lines. The choke is on the right-hand side of the engine. Pull it out all the way. Then press the center button, which will start the engine. When the engine is running steady, push the choke all the way back in. A steady flow of water should be coming from the starboard side of the engine. With the engine warmed up, release your boarding line, your bow line, and your 2 stern lines. To safely back your boat out of the slip, you could always use the paddles. The boat does have reverse, but the docking area is very tight. If you're going to use the engine, do it very gently. Once you're out of the slip, you're going to go forward very slowly, not to make wake, and watch for other boats. The safety boat shadows small boat sail and basic sail for up to 4 to 6 hours, so you may want to stop the engine periodically. To do that, simply press the button on the left-hand side to stop the engine. The boat also has an anchor you could drop if you want to stay in one position for a long period. When you're ready to start a warm engine, simply press the center button, which is the start button. The helm has an emergency shut-off cable that you can attach to your waistband. You should do this, especially if you're operating the boat alone. In the event that you fall overboard while the engine is running, it will shut off. There's an emergency gallon of fuel under the helm steering wheel in case you run out of fuel. The gas is a mixture of 50 parts gas, 1 part oil. SEAS maintains 2 lockers on another dock near the Americans with radios, PFDs, flotation cushions, and maps. It's very important to monitor the VHF radio channels. Number 72 for boat to boat, number 16 for the Coast Guard emergency line. It's imperative for safety boat operators to know their location while on the water. Maps are available in the lockbox for easy reference. When calling for help, this could save life and property. Even though everyone has their own PFDs, it's a good idea to have something that floats you could toss into the water in an emergency. If you have to board 1 or more people from the water, use the ladder provided on the safety boat. It's easy to use. Open up the side stabilizers and put the hooks over the rails and lower it into the water. Board 1 person at a time. You may find it necessary to tow a boat, of course at slow speeds. Make your connection from either side of the stern of the safety boat. At the other end of the tow line is an eye hook. The eye hook should be placed on the boat to be towed at the bow. Every Seas boat has an O-ring where you can do this safely. The safety boat is 16 feet long and can probably transport 8 to 10 people at slow speeds. The bumper should be left in the down position in case you have to butt up against another boat. The engine can be operated in shallow water. To make this setting, you have to pull up on the engine again, find the bracket in the circle, and pull it towards the stern. If you did this procedure properly, you will be in shallow water mode. Just a word about the 3 seats that are on the safety boat. When you store them overnight, please leave the seat in the up position. The reason for this is if the seat is in the down position, rainwater can get into the back of the seat and cause damage. At the end of the day, pull into the slip valve first and connect all your lines. Leave the engine running at idle and disconnect the fuel line as shown. The engine will then burn off all fuel that's left in the engine and it'll shut off by itself. You need to do nothing else. Don't forget to tilt the engine so the prop is out of the water. This may be a difficult task for some. The engine is very heavy. Please ask for help. So that's it. We hope we piqued new members' interest and maybe wanting to try taking out the safety boat. So reach out to me, John, or Greg, Lori, or Bonnie if you want extra training on the safety boat. Remember to support your organization by volunteering, and fair winds. Happy sails.